Zapstring.
Hey, you beautiful big kids, it's your boy Zatchul and welcome back to some more wuwa. Today we're going to be talking about the technical simulacra. So pretty much all this is a boss rush. That's all it is. This is stages of boss rushes. Each one gets more and more bosses and obviously gets progressively hard. And the point is to beat it as fast as possible. Now there's two ways you can get points. The main way is killing the boss and getting to the next. And the other is to either dodge or parry an enemy's attack. And after rewatching my footage, you don't get much points from parrying and countering. You get 20 for each. So every time you parry, you get 20 points. Every time you counter, you get 20 points. And other than that, just kill the boss, and that's how you get the most possible points. But yeah, I did do all these stages with trial characters. So it's 100% possible to get all rewards with trial characters. So if you just started out or you're missing characters, you can. It's 100% possible. I will be showing every stage that I did, obviously, with the team I used and the upgrades I used. Because if we go in here real quick, you get little buffs. Starting from the third stage, you can get 2, but prior to that, you can only get 1. The only stage I didn't do trial characters on is the first one because I wasn't paying attention. And the first stage, actually, these are trial characters, but I didn't record it. I did go back and do it with trial characters, and I actually got a higher score. So you can see the team I used in the upgrade, but you won't be able to see the footage. It will be the footage of me using a regular team. But yeah, all the other ones are with the trial characters and showing the upgrades. Now, I will say this, the upgrades I picked work for me, so you don't have to pick the exact same upgrades. If you want to, you can, but I picked the upgrade that worked for my playstyle, because when you get to like the very last stage, you have plenty of upgrades to choose from, right? Plenty. So it just depends on what you yourself are good at and want to do. But without further ado, let's just go stage by stage and talk about it, shall we? So stage 1 is not too much to really talk about, since it's the first one. It's supposed to be the easiest. Pretty much just chose the electro damage buff with the, Kalchara as the main DPS and just swung them to death. Literally, there was no more thought process. In the trial team, obviously I put Mortefi on there just to increase the heavy attack damage, but obviously just beat it up on the first stage. It's not much to really think about.
Unleash the fans.
Rejuvenating snow. Transmitting frequency.
Fury boils. Burn to ashes. Target confirmed. Misery follows. Stay put. Fury boils. Leave me alone. Feel my wrath. Target confirmed. Caution. War spares no one.
Stage 2, we use the refraction bonus because we're about to be using some Gen C to just burst everybody to death. Like, that's the plan on the second one for me, was just burst them down. And honestly, every time you see Gen C, that's the plan. Just burst, because it's for enemies. You gotta get through them off pretty quickly. I don't really use Bai-Z like that, so my Bai-Z gameplay ain't that crazy. But I'd definitely be using Gen C and Yin Lin, so yeah, and just dragging them to death.
Transmitting frequency. Rejuvenating snow. Tear them to pieces. Zapstring. It's our curtain call. Think you got permission? pieces. Zap strength to the stages.
Strike is one. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Take flight. Evil be cleansed.
Tear them to pieces. Time to wrap it up.
Together we fight. Bad in starlight. Strike back.
Tear them to pieces.
Alright, so next up is Impermanence Heron stage with 5 bosses. And the plan the first time was just, to use Tao Kui and Dan Jin with Chang Li to beat down enemies, but that really didn't work out. So we ended up changing it to Chang Li with Jin Si and Bai Zi, since Bai Zi does have coordinated attacks, which will help, Jin Si build up her forte. So we can still use that burst. Like I said, whenever you see her, there's going to be bursting. But yeah, so we can do the burst. It's not as effective, like in terms of building up the forte, but it's still enough to, get you to the stage quite easily. And then in terms of the buffs, we have the reverberation, because obviously we are going to be basic attacking, and then blaze is just to allow Chang Li to get more damage off herself. So yeah, it worked out pretty well in all actuality.
Administering first aid. Verity shines.
Strike is one. Fluorescent shadows. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Sacred life.
Feathers incinerate. Fast.
Rejuvenating snow.
Together we fight. Thunder guide us.
Together we vanish. Be reduced to cinders. Blade young. From defense to offense.
Transmitting frequency. Endless reverberation.
Strike is one. Our life's strength heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Evil be cleansed.
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flame. Feathers incinerate.
Rejuvenating snow.
Together we fight. Onward. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
Together we vanish. Who's the caged bird now? Perish in flames. Sever! Crosscut! Sever!
Strike as one.
Next up is Thundering Memphis' stage. So we did end up changing our buffs this time. Now it is going to be Confrontation and Zeal. I figured that, well, Confrontation is not that hard to pull off, and the buff is really nice, even though it's for 5 seconds. And then Zeal, I was like, well, I'm going to be switching out my characters to have everybody to where they can use their skills quite often. Chang Li can use hers twice, and then Sanhua, who we're switching out for Verena, can also use theirs quite frequently. And then Encore is just there to take the benefits of all the buffs that she's getting. So yeah, I can spam out skills more often to get the buffs, but then also, obviously, we're taking out Verena for Sanhua, which will give Encore another buff. So obviously, the team here is just to buff up Encore. We're saying, who cares about healing, just so we can go beat up everything as fast as possible, because obviously this is a boss rush, and we have to kill the bosses as fast as possible.
Mind's eye. From defense to offense. Beckon the divine flame.
Great! Here we go again! Here comes Encore! You're in! We'll leave that away! Leave me alone!
Shackles be gone.
Blaze attack! Da-da-da-da-da-da! You're in for it now! Here comes Encore!
Together we vanish. Crosscut. Be reduced to cinders. Too fast. My blade.
Here we go again! Release them! No one picks on Encore's friends! Da-da-da-da! Oopsie daisy!
Stay.
Leave me alone!
Like frigid death. Together we vanish. Perish in flames. Beckon the divine flame. Sever. From defense, stay behind me. Frozen blockade. No. I can keep going.
Woolly's attack! Woolly that away! Into Woolly's belly you go! Woolly flip!
Be reduced to cinders. Here is the blaze. From defense to offense. Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. Frostfling.
Here we go again! That didn't hurt at all! No one picks on Encore's friends! Da-da-da-da-da-da! Woolly, let's race! Here comes the...
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flame. Sever. Mind's eye. Stay behind me. to death.
All right, so next up is the big monkey's boss stage with 7 bosses. And honestly, this was one of my easiest ones because after I saw the suggested element was thunder, I was like, oh man, this better go crazy. Because when I looked at those trial characters and I saw Kaldera, I was like, oh, saw Verena, oh, I saw Yunlin, I was like, oh, y'all gave me everything I need. Y'all gave me a list of characters I'm actually really comfortable with that I use quite often. You're fucked. So I chose Immaculate because I'm about to be dodging, baby. And I chose Harmony because, well, I want to spam ult as much as possible, and getting the energy back is pretty nice. So you can get right back and take out Charo's ultimate as frequently as possible. So that was a thought process. And yeah, I beat these people.
Luminous energy.
Tear them to pieces. Time to wrap it up. Your time is over. Such nerve. Think you got me?
Target confirmed. All is fair. War. It's time. War spares no one. Summer!
Bloom. Life is in everything.
Tear them to pieces. No mercy.
Target confirmed. Misery follows. It's time. Stay calm.
Leave it to me. Wait for me.
Tear them to pieces. Zap string. It's our curtain call.
Target confirmed. Unleash the fans.
Movie. Bask in the sunlight.
Zap string. The stage is here. Time to wrap it up.
Let slip the dogs of war. War spares no one.
Leave it to me. Noticing luminous energy.
Tear them to pieces. I've had enough. Get lost. Watch and learn.
Target confirmed. All is fair. War. Unleash the fans.
Bloom.
And now the final stage with Crownless at 8 bosses. The first time I tried it, I did use Chang Li, because I was like, I can make this work. But then after going through it one time, I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna use that Gen C burst. So yeah, that's exactly what we did. We put Gen C on the team. We already changed our buff to refraction and motivation beforehand. So refraction obviously for the spectre damage, which will help Gen C, and then motivation, since we can heal so easily with Arena and get those buffs in. I said I'm about to buff myself up, and I'm about to let them feel the wrath of the dragon. And guess what? They did. Now, we barely almost didn't finish it, but the fact is that we did kill all the bosses, so we got a chunky amount of points, baby. A chunky amount. As long as you can beat all the bosses in the stage, you're gonna get some chunky points. And honestly, these are the bosses that, you know, everybody has already fought and or should be used to at this point, as long as you're not like, super new. But as you do the previous stages as well, just, you know, make sure you're really taking in everything the bosses are doing, because they're just doing the same shit over and over again in all the stages, like, being completely honest. They're not really changing too much. I believe Memphis has the mechanics, like, of having his clone from his hologram, but it does not do the same amount of damage, so you're fine. But yeah, just make sure you're really taking in everything the bosses do. But at the same time, as long as you can burst them down, I mean, the fights won't last long enough for it to matter. But yeah, this is every fight.
Listen up. Life is in everything.
Zatchul, the stage is yours. Zapstring, it's our curtain call.
Strike is one. Fast in starlight. Take flight. Thus it ends. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Leave it to me. Photosynthesis. Bask in the sunlight.
Tear them to pieces. Pay for this. Crush them! I've had enough. Get lost.
Together we fight. Our lights shine through. Sacred light. Thunder guide us. Bloom. Light is in everything.
Time to wrap it up.
Strike is one. The sky beckons. Leave it to me. Bask in the sunlight.
I've had enough. Get lost.
Together we fight. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Thus it ends. Bloom. What now? Woefully. Luminous energy.
Tear them to pieces.
Strike is one. Bask in starlight. Oh, stars, heed my calling. Leave it to me. Bask in the sunlight.
Tear them to pieces. Watch and learn. Zapstring, It's our curtain call.
Together we come. Fluorescent shadows. Sacred light. Thunder guide us. Ha! Photosynthesis. Huh. Life is in everything.
Think you got permission? Time to wrap it up.
Strike as one. Fast in starlight, the sky beckons. Thus it ends. Blue. Luminous energy.
Tear them to pieces.
Strike fast.
And as you can see with our final, score points, we have more than enough to get all the rewards. Literally, there it is, all the rewards right there, ready for us to take in. So yeah, it's not that hard, and it's actually a pretty fun event. It's pretty fun to just go in and just try your best with different teams. They give you quite a bit of once you hit the later stages, they give you quite a bit of trial characters to work with, which is really nice. But yeah, no, I hope this video helps you in some way, shape, or form. I hope you enjoyed it, and love you guys, and bye bye.